Lone Star 92.5. Before we go on,
Yes.
I have to say happy 17th birthday to my grandson, Mason.
Happy birthday, Mason.
17? Oh, my God.
You blink, right? And then they're all grown up.
Exactly. Hey, look what time it is. It's time for Sports of All Stars.
Brought to you by the Will Height Law Firm Injury Lawyers. Go to willheightwins.com.
Well, a man is accused of firing shots inside a North Texas sports bar during a Cowboys game against the Packers because another patron, quote, looked at him funny.
I know. Can you believe this?
Stupid.
Oh, crazy
It's like
people
the
everywhere.
Wild West.
David Callum is now charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and carrying a weapon where prohibited. North Richland Hills police said Callum became agitated when he presumed another patron of the bar was looking at him while watching Sunday night's game against the Packers. The two got into an argument. Callum allegedly pulled out a gun and fired off a round, but nobody there got hit. The 53-year-old gunman was restrained by patrons, resulting in no injuries, and he remains in custody awaiting formal charges. The shooting happened just after 10 p.m. last Sunday inside the Thirsty Turtle Bar on Roof Snow Drive. I've never heard that
Me
place.
neither, but I like the name.
I like
Turtle.
it. Thirsty Turtle. Come on in, drink some turtle juice. We got it for
The
you.
Dallas Cowboys face the New York Jets on the road, and Jerry's kids are actually favored to win it, even without standout wide receiver CeeDee Lamb, who's still on the sidelines.
Yeah.
But the game itself isn't the biggest problem for owner Jerry Jones.
Oh, do tell.
A lawsuit will be allowed to proceed against Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones was accused in 2020 of sexual assault, and the civil lawsuit has stalled and reopened several times in the years since. Well, yesterday, a summary judgment request was denied by a Dallas County judge. The case is now listed as reopened and will be allowed to proceed to trial by jury. That trial is set for July 20th, 2026 at 8:30 in the morning.
Oh.
In 2020, you may remember this, Bo, a woman claimed that Jerry Jones kissed her without consent and he groped her at AT&T Stadium during a Cowboys-Giants game in September of 2018.
Come on, give old Jerry some sugar.
The plaintiff said that there were several witnesses to the incident in the luxury suite where it happened. Jerry's legal team denies the allegations and calls the case frivolous. We shall see.
I don't know if Jerry can even say frivolous, but there you go.
Some good-looking college football this weekend in our backyard. To start with the North Texas Mean Green, they're off to their best start since 1959.
5-0, baby.
Yeah, 5-0 for the Mean Green. That's so
1959.
great. Yeah, isn't that something? After this weekend's bye, their biggest home game of the year is going to come against the University of South Florida. That's on the 10th of this month. The Friday night game is scheduled to get underway at their home stadium 6:30 p.m. a week from tonight. And to make sure that the campus is properly ready for the contest, UNT President Harrison Keller announced that all classes are scheduled for noon or later on the day that they've been canceled to give students, faculty, and staff the opportunity to attend pregame festivities
That was nice.
and the Mean Greens football game. So everybody kind of gets a half day and then they start partying.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Good luck to
Going to
them,
be a
man.
lot of people with hangovers after
Yes.
that. By the way, there's 5 college football games tonight. You got Western Kentucky at Delaware. Charlotte plays South Florida or Florida. New Mexico State plays at San Jose State. West Virginia plays BYU. And it's Colorado State against San Diego State. Then tomorrow, TCU will host primetime coach Colorado Buffaloes.
Come on.
At Amon G. Carter Stadium. Kickoff is at 6:30. And Annabelle and I will be in Frog Alley before the game, hanging with you, causing some chaos. So drop by and say, hey.
It's at full coverage on Lone Star, too.
That's it. The SMU Mustangs will have Syracuse. My Aggies host Mississippi State at Kyle Field. Texas Tech is against Houston. Kansas State is in Wacky Waco to play Baylor. Texas State is at Arkansas State. And the Texas Longhorns play the Gators at Florida, and Oklahoma hosts Kent State. Those 2 games are just warm-ups before the big one next weekend at the Cotton Bowl for the Red River Rivalry Shootout, Showdown, whatever they're calling it now.
I'm so scared.
Yeah. Planning on going to the State Fair of Texas, you might want to consider going this weekend instead of next weekend when you'll be shoulder to shoulder with a bunch of liquored up Longhorns and Sooners. Yeah, it gets a little crazy around here
That it does.
during Texas OU weekend.
Bo, the Bruce Bochy era is over in Arlington. The legendary manager and the Texas Rangers mutually parted ways Monday following a disappointing 81-81 campaign that saw the club miss the playoffs for the second straight season.
Oh.
Bochy's contract was expiring, and the club is likely looking for a reset after a now 2-year World Series hangover. Bochy has already been linked through the rumor mill to join his former club, the San Francisco Giants, who fired their manager, Bob Melvin, earlier this week. So who will replace Bochy in Arlington? Well, one name has emerged as the clear favorite. Skip Shoemaker, the former Marlins manager who has been serving in an advisory role with the Rangers over the last year. There haven't been many, if any, other names floated around the Texas managerial job, so perhaps Shoemaker is destined for that role. Let's talk some baseball playoffs. Yesterday, huge day. So long, Guardians. The Detroit Tigers took the American League Central showdown in the first game of the day yesterday, beating Cleveland 6-3. They now get ready to face off with the Seattle Mariners tomorrow night at 7:30. Then the Chicago Cubs, the Cubbies, survived a 9th inning rally from the Padres, beating San Diego 3-1. Cubs win sets up a matchup with their rival, Milwaukee, tomorrow at 1. And in the final game yesterday, start spreading the news. My New York Yankees took down the Boston Red Sox 4-0.
Nice.
The Yankees face their division rival, the Toronto Blue Jays, in the best-of-5 American League Division Series tomorrow at 3:08 in the afternoon.
All right, then.
Over in the PGA of America President Don Ray Jr. finally apologized in an email to the 30,000 plus golf professionals he was elected to serve. The PGA of America has been reeling from its lack of response to behavior at Bethpage Black at the Ryder Cup when a small section of fans started chanting, "F you, Rory!"
No,
I think
why?
this-
I don't understand why they were all up in his face.
Well, the comedian that was hired to kind of rev up the crowd,
Yeah.
she kind of started it.
Aha.
It was supposed to be "We Will Rock You,"
Uh-huh.
and the crowd turned it into "F you, Rory." And then she didn't stop it because the crowd was so lit
Yeah,
that they
right.
continued. But it was horrible. One fan threw a beer at Rory McIlroy's
Oh,
wife.
man.
Yeah.
I mean, the behavior by the fans, and usually in golf tournaments, they're so quiet
Right.
and polite.
Well, see, that's why I was wondering why they were getting all up in Rory McIlroy's grill there.
That doesn't sound so much like a golf audience. It sounds like an English soccer audience.
Or
you
a
know?
WWE
Yeah,
audience.
we're going to say a wrestling crowd.
Yeah.
maybe.
Throw a beer. Yeah, as soon as Rory's image came up on the screen at this event, that's when the chaos started. And it only got worse with bad language directed at European players, video of a beer being slapped out of someone's hand towards McIlroy's wife, and a comedian hired to lead cheers on the first tee getting involved in the expletive-laden chant towards Rory McIlroy. I'm not exactly sure why the crowd was yelling at him, but we do know it was
Well,
entertaining.
because he's a great player. I didn't think it was entertaining. I thought it was just so rude.
Yeah, but I can't figure out why they got up on him.
because it was Team USA versus Team Europe. And Rory's a great
Yeah.
player, and he was the leader of the Team Europe.
Oh.
So, but I mean, it was just uncalled for behavior at a golf tournament.
Yeah,
The-
usually people at golf tournaments, oh, so nice.
Yes.
Smashing little putt
the
pad.
golf clap, you know?
Right.
Yes, exactly. FIFA said that fans would like to be able to buy plenty of $60 tickets this week to next year's World Cup in the U.S., Mexico, and Canada. But when tickets went on sale, those tickets were very scarce, with most only available for a handful of some group stage names and often stuck in the corner sections in the upper decks of the stadium. And if you want a ticket to see the U.S. play on its home soil, you need deep pockets. Their opening game, June 12th in Inglewood, California, cost a minimum of $1,100 to get in.
Oh my gosh,
Ow.
real fans can't go then.
How bad do you want to go,
Yeah.
huh?
Crazy.
Jeez. Price it out of everybody's ring. Get ready, the freaking full file next on the Bo and Them Show. kids, it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. And AC/DC certainly made it to the top.
Yes, they did.
Boy, did they put on a great show at Jerry World.
Oh my gosh, that was a fabulous show.
Okay, coming up, our NFL Pro picks with the best in the game, Fox 4's Mike Ducey. But now it is time for the ever-popular Freakin' Fool 5. A woman in China. A lot of good stories come from China.
Oh, yeah.
She endured more than 2 days trapped in a deep, pitch-black abandoned well with filthy water, snakes, and insects.
Oh, my gosh, bless her heart.
But she was miraculously saved. The woman, known by her family name as Kin, accidentally plunged into the well while she was taking a walk through the woods to look at nature. Oh, look up there in the trees. She wasn't paying attention, and she fell into the well. I didn't mean to rhyme that, but it sounds like I did.
That's good, Bo.
She held on frantically to the well's edge in the water for 54 hours.
That's crazy.
Fighting off fatigue, swarming mosquitoes, and even attacks from the snakes in the water.
What a nightmare.
Very Silence of the Lambs.
Yes. Her relatives soon realized she'd vanished, filling a missing person report the next day. She was gone. That triggered emergency teams to begin an urgent search mission. A squad of 10 rescuers armed with thermal imaging drone technology initiated an extensive search operation for this woman. She was eventually discovered gripping a wall from the well's wall, which sounds even stupider, half immersed in water with 2 fractured ribs and a collapsed lung.
That's just horrible, man.
Oh, my God.
Can you imagine having to spend 54 hours
I
in a
would
well?
not have been able to hold on.
Oh,
I would have
no.
just said, okay,
Yeah.
time to check out.
I would have
Take me,
flipped out.
Jesus.
Okay, snakes, go ahead. Have
Yeah.
your way with me.
All right, but what do you do when you have a seemingly murderous bird hanging around?
You shoot it.
Well, listen to this story. A black swan named Reggie became quite the star in Stratford-on-Avon in England, where locals say he was more popular than famous writer William Shakespeare himself.
Oh, really?
Wow.
The swan named Reggie showed up 9 months ago, and people came from far away to see him. But things went bad when Reggie started attacking the town's white mute swans.
What?
Didn't know racism involved the animal kingdom, did you?
I didn't either.
So Reggie kicked out a male white swan and a baby white swan from the territory and tried to take over the male's mate. He even tried to drown some of the white swans. Sometimes he even attacked people who showed up just to see Reggie for themselves.
Yeah, he's not so cute anymore, is he?
No, not at all. The town swan keeper, Cyril Bennis, finally caught Reggie and is sending him to a waterfowl center rehab in Devon, where he'll be with other black swans.
Wow.
Man, poor Reggie.
Reggie the Swan. What are you attacking people for?
He's got some anger management issues,
I
Bo.
guess so. I
Yeah.
guess so. You can always grab him around that thin neck and say, shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's for dinner,
Right.
Reggie?
Reggie.
Cook that goose. All right, a Florida man tried to get himself out of a hairy situation with police. No, in Florida? Yep, it happened. And by claiming he was driving 107 miles per hour to get to his barber appointment on time.
That's why he was in a hurry?
Yeah, 107, you guys.
He
He
must
must
have been running later.
Must have really needed that
I
haircut.
mean, that's a high clip even on the Autobahn. Michael Stanek was pulled over in Palm Coast, Florida. He gave deputies the head scratcher of an excuse. Just look how scraggly my hair looks. I've got to get it cut right now.
It's a bad
I've gotta
hair
hurry.
day.
That's why I got to drive 107 miles an hour.
Oh,
It was a
man.
traffic unit officer that pulled his ass over and told him to calm down. And Stanek said he would get to spend the night in jail after weaving in and out of traffic and putting other people's lives in danger. But just look at me. Can you see how bad my hair looks? Oh, my God.
Didn't look that bad.
Stanek kept on with it, man. The officer might let him go, he thought, because I look like crap. Well, that didn't work. Apparently, vanity doesn't factor into law enforcement. And the 57-year-old was taken to the Sheriff Perry Hall inmate detention facility. He was released on a $150 bond. And we here on the Bo and Them show do not advise you to try the scraggly hair excuse
Yeah, I ain't going to
next
work.
time you get pulled
Nope,
over.
nope, nope.
Don't bother.
Now, there have been stories like this in the past, but in a bizarre case, a New York City man uncovered a shocking apartment creeper living undetected in his apartment
Nah.
after noticing that his food kept disappearing from the refrigerator.
Where was this person hiding?
Well, his name was Joe Cummings, who was living with his girlfriend at the time. He became suspicious when items from his kitchen and refrigerator began vanishing without explanation. After confronting his girlfriend and receiving firm denials, Cummings installed a hidden camera in the kitchen to find the source of the problem. The footage revealed a woman completely unknown to the couple was living in a concealed storage loft above the kitchen.
Oh, creepy.
In the
Nice.
video, the woman can be seen climbing down from the loft in the middle of the night, peeing in the sink,
Oh.
rummaging through the refrigerator, and helping herself to food before retreating back to her hiding place.
Oh.
The intruder, now being described as an apartment creeper, had managed to go unnoticed for what police estimated at least 2 to 3 weeks. Officers later found that she had created a makeshift living area with a blanket in the crawl space, which had no external ventilation. The woman remained mostly silent during her removal by law enforcement. Authorities believe she may have initially broken through a window with the intention to steal stuff, only decided, I think I'll stay here. The unsettling incident has since been widely shared online, with many viewers expressing shock at how the apartment creeper managed to live undetected for 2 to 3 weeks.
How did she stay so quiet that they never heard her?
That's impressive.
And wouldn't that be kind of boring
Oh,
to stay
God.
in that loft all day until everybody went to bed so you could eat?
Maybe she slept all day and then she was up at night when they
Ah.
were sleeping.
Okay.
Nocturnal creeper.
Yeah.
Annabelle has solved the case.
Oh, man.
Let's
Oh,
see.
that is creepy. Hey, coming up next hour, you get to pick your ticket. Pick between tickets to see Blue Oyster Cult December 13th at the Longhorn Ballroom in Dallas, or you can pick tickets to see Don Felder tomorrow night at Billy Bob's. And if you want to win, all you have to do is figure out the 3 songs in the Friday Morning Buster Cluck. We'll do that around 7:50 right here on the Bo and Them Show on Dallas Fort Worth Classic Rock, Lone Star 92.5.